Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. It's John Jack with Crippled Fox Gaming, and I've got a short unboxing to do. I've got a couple of the flyer packs from Armada, then the naval battle game from Mantic Games, and I thought you might want to see what you're getting when you buy at least a couple of these. I didn't get the Basilean flyers because I didn't want to, quite frankly. These are this is the Empire of Dust pack. It's got the two flyers, the Bone Dragon and the Scavenger Flock. And they're in their chunky plastic containers. We've got cards here first. The Bone Dragon. They're T for tiny. Their special rules are light, leech, and hover, which I think means you don't have to keep moving when you're doing attacks with those, but I will look that up. The Scavenger Flock has a flyer rule, and special rule is Swarm. I'll look those up when I do the review of what... oh, hey, how about this? I got it right here. Life Leech. For every hit scored when attacking with this flyer, remove 1 point of damage from this flyer it previously suffered, up to a maximum of 2 per turn. Remove the damage before applying any new damage from retaliation. And the Swarm, which is the Scavenger Flock. When attacking with this flyer, for each hit scored, roll another die for an extra attack, i.e., e.g. 2 hits would result in rolling 2 more attack dice. These additional attacks do not generate further attacks if they hit, and have the same modifiers, if any, as the original attack had. Those are the special rules for those two. Hover, I think it is covered in the rule book, so I will look that up when I do a flip through of the rule book, which I've seen a couple people have done, which I'm really excited about. So we've got the actual models themselves. They are, they've got little tiny flying bases if you want those, so you can have just a clear base, or they have fancy schmancy textured bases like this. They've got your waves all pre-molded into those bases. Put those in there. I'm going to wash those later and maybe do a quick paint up of these things. I'm really kind of excited about these because originally they had done, this is the, that's the flock. There's the tops of that. It's basically a bunch of vultures, I think, that are in the, that's for that. There's the other bits of that. Feathered vultures or eagles or something like that, however you're going to want to paint them. And then that's the body for the Bone Dragon. And then this was the wings. And you know what? I might just put these together real quick and show you what they look like. Okay, I've trimmed this down a bit. Remember, all of these things are resin, which means they're extremely delicate. So what I have here, let me see if I can find a focus on that. There we go. They've got 2 spots on there for the bottoms, the little 2 buttons on those to fit. And when I clipped this off the sprue, I panicked because there was, oh no, this bit right here I thought might have had a head. Well, it doesn't. They're like the cartoon vultures. They've got the head that kind of comes down out from the body. So we've got this. There's a neck right here that is the, whoops, let me see if I can get that. I'm doing this on my phone for the first time. This is the top of that neck. And this part, the neck extends down underneath. And there's a little bit of flash on that one. There's a little bit of flash on this top one. And I will adjust that sometime when I'm not trying to make sure other people can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to kind of trim this off as needed. So I'm going to do that. We've got the Bone Dragon next. There's some bits underneath here. There's a little tab on the top of here. I'm going to trim that off in real time so you can hear me. If I mess it up, you'll get to experience the actual live action frustration of a tiny scale modeler. These are 6mm, I think they said. So all you people out there who are putting the painting orcs and troops to put on your ships, I salute you, because I've got my 3x cheaters on, and I'm trying really hard not to mess this up, because there's just enough resin in there to keep that to make that look good. There, it's a great. I mean, the detail on this is remarkable. And the wings have a little bit of flash in there. I'm gonna trim that out. There's the little tabs in between there to make them structurally sound as they ship them, I guess, or if it's just part of the molding process. Anybody who knows anything about this can put some stuff in the comments. I had a nice conversation with Matt Gilbert about how these work, and the molds, because they're resin, you have to, when you take stuff out of the molds, sometimes the structural integrity of the molds break, and then they have to make new molds for these things, which something like this, I can see the resin staff or the resin people just not having a good time, I'll just say. So this is going to go in like this. There's a little joint in there. You can glue it on that side. And then the one on this side, I'll do the same thing. Sorry for sniffing. It's early in the morning, and there's bad air quality around the United States. So you've got this. This is for the other side. And I will glue those in. Again, like, you don't have to sit here and watch me try to glue little tiny things together. So I'm going to set these aside. And I'm going to put this in here so I don't forget what's in there. And we'll go with the orc ships next. Sorry again. I have to do some pausing and blowing of noses. So this is the Orc Flyer Pack. I'm going to take my cheaters off. They've got... I'm so excited about this, quite frankly. I'm a Orc and Goblin fan from way back. So we have the Wingit Flight, which, if you know what Wingits are, they're a lot smaller than this. This is just the visual representation of it. Their special rules: bombs and Eye in the Sky. I am assuming Eye in the Sky means the same thing as it does in King's War. Oh, hey, we've got both of them right here. Bombs: for each attack that hits an enemy ship, not flyers, roll a d6. On a 6, add a blaze marker in addition to the damage caused. Awesome. Eye in the Sky: at the end of the Wingit's activation, it can mark any single enemy ship within 18 inches. That ship remains marked until the Wingit's next activation or until the Wingit is destroyed. While it is marked, all friendly orc ships targeting the enemy ship will not suffer the -1 damage for shooting at long range. Oh boy. The other thing is the Assault Slasher. What this is, I believe, it is the slasher beast carrying just a big metal box of orcs, and is going to drop them on your ship, like the beginning of the first the Metalocalypse, where they drop the big thing out of the sky and it just crushes everyone beneath it. The special rules: Unbound Fury. Unbound Fury: any 2-hit rolls of a natural 9 or 10 will inflict 4 damage instead of only rolls of 10. That's kind of awesome. Okay, that's the Orc Flyer rules. I've got these. We're going to do this. Pause this for a second. And I've got, I'm going to set this aside over in my pile of stuff. We've got, these are the textured bases. I really kind of like this idea. I mean, I like the standard flight bases, but there's something to be said about this kind of matching. You can paint these to match your ships that you've already got. Again, I'm going to wash those and do some more stuff with them, and put these baggies in my collection of other tiny plastic baggies. Flight stand. These are the models themselves. So we've got big angry metal box. Where's the top? That's probably the front. I wager, boy, it's hard to tell. Oh, the square bottom goes in the bottom. Oh, that's the bottom for the flight stand. this, I gotta put my cheaters back on and see just how, good heavens, this, I've got, let me see if I can find a penny of some sort. Well, here's a dime, here's a penny. This is the size of this. Hey, I got a dragon that'll fit on my penny. Really? You're painting these? You're damn right I am. Let's just trim those off real quick since I've got some time. I got a late start to my work this morning, and I'm getting these things. I'm going to knock them out, and I'm going to put them up on the Crippled Fox Gaming. So let me know if you want to see any other things on here. I'm trying to do, we're doing a lot of, oh wow, that's easy. One piece, no fuss, no muss. We're doing a lot of Dreadball stuff at the moment. That my lovely co-conspirator Ellie Langton is helping me do those, and she's also a big fan of Armada, so we might be doing some of these and show you how some of these rules work with these flyers. I got the book. I haven't had a chance to scour it as I would like to, but it's a gorgeous book, and I'm really looking forward to the new rules for fortifications, which is, you know, I'm a hobbyist first and a game strategist, I'd say fifth. And so I'm just gonna clip these off, and we'll throw these things together as I'm talking about it. That. My Zap-A-Gap, because of course all the tops of your Zap-A-Gap bottle end up having to be trimmed off so you can get to the fun insides. Do this. Pretty easy to assemble. I'm gonna zip kicker this thing as much as I test the smell. Not a fan of zip kicker smell. Anyway, I like what it does a lot because I am an impatient modeler. Getting these all clipped off here nice and there. These are just, and I'll trim all the flash off, and I'm just gluing these together, and then I'll wash them and paint them up later. I've got the left wing. I'll go thusly. They fit really, my God, they fit incredibly well. That's always a good, that's always a treat when you don't have to trim too much, especially with something that's as delicate and some might say fiddly as these resin sculpts, but they are just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to clip this off. Got a little thumb in there. Did I? Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to mess with that any further. Okay, well, we're just going to do it. Why don't we just do this, and you can see what it looks like as I'm doing it. If I, maybe not, because I'm going to have to, if someone has a third hand they want to throw in here, that would be great. I'm going to go with, hey, wow, hold on. That's kind of awesome. Oh, now, the question is that zip kicker going to make this glue adhere immediately? Is it? Is it? Oh, frabjous day. That is fantastic. Here, I'm going to try to, I can't tell how, there we go. That is ridiculously cool. Okay, yep, yeah, you hear me fanboying about it. You're darn right I'm fanboying about it. This is awesome. I like these models a lot. And those are two of the factions from Armada. I opened up the Orc box, and I opened up the Empire of Dust. The dwarves, we'll have to wait and see what comes of it, because a lot of people seem to think that dwarves have one way of doing things, and I take a little issue with that. I'd like to see something different. You don't, not everything has to be Zeppelin or steampunky, or but you know what? It's fine. I'm sure whatever comes out will be fantastic. So that's John, Crippled Fox Gaming. I hope you liked what I'm doing, and have a good time. Have a good day. May all your D10s roll 10s. Thanks. See you later, guys.